Hey guys, it's me, Jenna from the White Witch Parlor, and today I want to do a little bit of a full moon magic with you, kind of like a little ritual. It's really a simple release spell that you can do. I do try to do this every full moon, which comes once a month, sometimes twice when we're lucky. But you want to always do some kind of purification spell or ritual or meditation for yourself so that you can release anything that's clinging to you and bothering you and keeping you from manifesting the things or just kind of creating a little bit of chaos in your daily life. So when I do this kind of ritual, I like to have some good mood music to help me put in the mood. I like Indian flute music a lot, or anything like Tibetan singing bowls, really calming flutes, bells, anything with chimes. Nothing too much with words because I tend to get distracted, and if it's a song I like, I might start singing along, and you want to really find yourself in the mood and in the moment. So for this spell, you are going to need some purification herbs. This is a release spell, so anything that you're banishing, pushing away, negative energy, you want herbs that help you with this. I also use white candles because white candles symbolize purity, and so we want to banish with the purest intent. You're also going to need a little piece of white paper or any kind of paper, really parchment paper is the best, but a little piece of paper. It could be big or small, but smaller is better because you're going to have to burn it. So I like to just kind of decorate the edges with some little filigree scissors just so it feels a little more special, and because it's more dedicated for a special purpose. So it kind of helps me set the mood when I do that. It's kind of arts and crafts time. You will also need a pen with black ink. I use this quill, it's white. I have other ones, but this white one I use for the full moon because, again, it ties into the purity, and the full moon, when it's at its peak, it is all white, and it gives us light and love. I also like to use selenite crystal because selenite, and I did another video on this, selenite represents the full moon, especially when it's in spheres form. And also moonstone is a really good stone to incorporate into this, but because days that are cold, like today for me, it's about to snow outside, so I can't really do my ritual outside like I do during the spring and summer. I have to bring everything indoors, and that's when I choose to work with selenite the most. I also surround all the quarters, or all the directions, with clear quartz because I want to pull in all the energy that's good and release all the energy that's bad. More selenite because I go around my house around the full moon time and I start collecting all my selenite pieces, and I just kind of bring them around here so that I can kind of pull in that really serene energy that can help clear all my chakras and keep me in my most positive state. I have some lavender over here, if I can reach this. And lavender just helps tie you to the full moon energy. It works with the energies of water and movement and flowing. And that's really important because, like I said, with the tides of the ocean, it's like our bodies were made of water. So the tides get affected by the full moon, and so do we. And our emotions go really haywire if we're not in control of them and centered. So I like to have lavender because it keeps it calm. It works with our intuition, and it works with the full moon energy. I'm also going to be using my crown chakra salt, which works with more intuition, spiritual wisdom, spiritual healing, growth, and so much more. Anything that connects me to the divine, the better. So I'm going to put this with some of my water, and I mix it up, and when I'm smudging my space to clear the energy, I like to add some of the salt to the water, mix it up with my fingers, and kind of sprinkle it around my circle. And this helps to purify the area too, and it only allows in what I intend for it. So while I'm stirring the salt into the water until it disintegrates, I'm thinking of all the things that this lavender salt does for me, and it's like divine consciousness, and I charge it with iolite, so it's really good for just being more aware of a spiritual being and my divine calling. I also like to smudge myself with my spiritual sage smudge. It's really good. I breathe it in when I smudge myself, and it gives you a really good cleansing feeling when you're done, so you can really focus on what you're doing and the work, the spiritual work you are doing. You will also need some charcoal to burn any of your herbs that you choose to use. I use the purgeot blend because it makes it easier for me. The purgeot blend that I have here has sage, eucalyptus, St. John's wort, and frankincense. So all these are purifying herbs and resins, and it really, really takes away any of that negative energy and brings in this whole illumination and enlightenment so that you can work clearly. And this is what we're going to be burning our wish list of things we want to banish out of our lives. We're going to be using for banishing herbs, and we're going to burn it over that. I also have a bell here. The bell works with the spiritual realm and calling my divine angels and spirit team, and I like to ring the bell to let them know when I am ready for their guidance and wisdom, and for them to just fill me with their love and light. I also have my guidance oil because I really like to anoint all my pulse points, because the scent ties me to what it is I'm doing. So when I feel like I smell the scent, I feel like I am being guided. And that's really important when you're doing any kind of ritual or meditation work. And last but not least, I do have a journal here. Whoops, things falling out of it. But I do have a journal here because with the journal, you can really write down anything that you start channeling during a meditation or ritual, any ideas that come to mind, visions, words, anything like that. But I like to have a page open and ready, so if something does come and I feel like I need to write it down, a number, a name, anything like that, you have it ready and you're not sitting there running around your house trying to find everything you need. So you always want to gather everything beforehand. It doesn't need to be this much stuff. It could be a lot less than this. It could be just the resins, the paper, and maybe a few crystals and a candle, whatever makes you feel good. I just felt like I wanted to pull in all these things because it looks pretty, it gets me more in the mood, and it makes me feel more spiritual and connected, because for me the tools really help me out. So we shall begin this full moon release spell. You will also need some sage because you want to smudge your area before you start, or you can use banishing herbs to do that ahead of time too. So let's start. Alright guys, I want to start our magical practice for the full moon release spell. When you do this, you need to start working on releasing anything that's troubling you, anything that's making you scatterbrained, anything that is in the way of your divine highest good. And so you need to start pushing it all away. For the sake of time and video, I am going to do a meditation, but it's not going to be as long as I usually do, just so you guys can kind of see what it is you need to do. But when you meditate, you want to go until you feel like you are totally in the realm of what it is you are doing. If it takes 30 minutes, it takes 30 minutes. If it takes 15 minutes, it's fine. But whatever length you need to do until you feel you are ready to do your spell. Because you always want to have all your intention and focus on what it is you're doing. So I like to break my charcoal in half, just because it gets really smoky and you always want to have some kind of window open as well. But I'm going to break my charcoal in half, or I already broke it in half. I'm just going to light it, give it a good light, and I use the candle flame. I tried any fire that I use from the candle that I already have burning. So I'm just going to let it get a good flame going on there. These are self-lighting charcoals, so they start to sparkle and they kind of light themselves. I had already smudged my area. I also have some Sanctify incense going to help keep the energy clear. But for the video, I will also give my little sacred space a little more smudging. I don't have a smudge fan in this video, but I do use my hand for a lot of this because I feel like it really helps me. I like using the smudge fan too, but I like doing that when I'm doing a whole room. When it's just my space, I feel like my hand's more than good enough. So after I smudge this area, I'm holding my highest intent and highest good. I'm now going to give myself a little smudge to my aura so that I can make sure I am cleansed and clear of any distractions. And as I smudge myself, I breathe in and I breathe out everything that's troubling me. So as this charcoal's lighting, I'm going to now take my water here, and I have my crown chakra salts. And I'm just going to add a little bit of salt and mix it in. And actually I'm going to use my left hand because the left hand is used for banishing. And so when you use your right hand, it's kind of casting your intention, and left hand is taking away. So I want to use it for banishing, because I'm not really manifesting, I'm banishing. So I'm going to stir up this salt as best as I can. I'd already added some earlier. It dissolves. It also makes the water a little bit purple, which is really beautiful and helps you with color vibration and tying into your crown chakra and divine guidance. So I just take this, and for each direction, for north, east, south, and west, because I call upon the quarters, but I want to also welcome in any of that crown chakra vibration and energy. I already did a calling the quarters earlier too, but I'll do another video on that. I want to really pull in this energy and push out anything else that's a distraction. So this is what this water does. Now it's like a sacred water for me. I can also use it later for other cleansing purposes if I need to, for certain crystals. So I'm just taking in some of the vibes going on here. Really happy full moon energy. Again, this is a lot nicer to do under a full moon, but it's really cold outside today, and I don't think I can manage without my hands freezing before I get a chance to enjoy everything. So I'm just going to add some of this purgeot incense now to the charcoal because it's pretty ready. You'll see the smoke. And this smells absolutely divine. I like to smell everything because I start attuning to that scent, and I start to understand and feel what that scent means to me. And the scent means cleansing, purity, purification, taking away the negative, just being in a high vibrational state. So as this burns, just to set the tone, this is my intention. I'm banishing these things that are bothering me. I'm going to do a little meditation, and I might even cut the video so that you guys can have a break where you can pause it and do an extended meditation. So I like to ask my angels for the highest divine guidance of love and light and pure of heart, and any negative energy flowing in the room, may it be banished, for I'm only following my highest intent. When you start a meditation, you do not need to sit lotus position. You can sit in a chair, you can sit in a good posture, you can sit with your palms facing up on your knees or on the table or down, or if you feel the most comfortable sitting like this, that's fine too, as long as you're comfortable. That's all that matters. And I like to start with 3 to 5 deep breaths, breathing in nothing but positive energy and releasing negative energy as I exhale. And you don't want your breaths to be shallow, you want them to be deep. And you want to just sit in this energy that you've created in your sacred space. And I'm going to let you guys meditate on your own time, and when you're ready, you go ahead and hit play again. Just sit in the vibration and really appreciate this positive energy and the fact that you are releasing so much of the burden that's holding you back from all that you manifest in this current month and the month that's passed, everything that was bothering you. This is the time to release it so that in the month to come, you can embark on new journeys. Okay guys, so if you feel like now is the time, it's a good time for you to go ahead and move forth on your magic casting. We are going to put a little bit more of this purgeot incense blend because now most of it has burned out. You don't need a lot, very little works very well. And again, when you're in a closed space, you always want to have an open window so the smoke has somewhere to go, not only for purposes of inhaling too much smoke, but also because you want that energy to flow out, so it gets out of the house, out of your sacred space, and it's not sitting stagnant, because stagnant is the worst kind of energy you can have. You always want to flow. So here I am going to put more of this in here, Really, really feel like that's working its own magic right there. I am now going to ring my bell because I want my angels to know that I am ready, and any of my higher spiritual beings that want to help of love and light only. I welcome you and I embrace your help and energy. And now I'm going to anoint myself because this is the scent that helps me to kind of correspond and better work with my angels. So I just do the pulse points, my wrist, and you can do the ankles too, or back of the knees, whatever you feel comfortable with. You want to get the pulse points as much as possible because that is where it flows into your bloodstream. So I like to always take a little whiff of the scent because, again, you're tuning to that energy and you're understanding what that energy means to you. So we're going to add a little more of that. I just like to keep the cauldron going. It helps me to see the smoke. I see movement. I see energy flowing, all this energy, banishing negative energy. Maybe you've already noticed a difference in my tone. Maybe my tone feels lighter, softer. I feel lighter and softer, so sometimes it shows, sometimes I feel it, but maybe you guys don't see it. So now is a good time where you can take your pen and you can start writing down things that from the past month that were troubling you, because this is the time to release it so that in the next month you can start anew. So I'm gonna write all these things. And you want to write 3 to 5 things that kind of stand out in mind. And now that you're wearing, an oil that helps you attune to that, maybe something will come up that you remember that was more deep-seated in a subconscious level. Like for me, I noticed I was having trouble sleeping this past month. So I think it has to do with, I got married recently, I was traveling, I came back, the holidays are approaching, just all this stuff's happening. So I think there was a little bit of stress there, and I want to banish that lack of sleep. So I'm going to write lack of sleep because you want to be very, very specific. So you don't want to just write one word. You want to probably write a few words that get very specific with that. Okay, so I feel like this is a good little list for me. I don't need to be too specific because I'm constantly I need to be specific, but I don't have many things because I'm always working on them as they come up. So as this paper comes to a completed state, I'm going to fold it in half because I need to burn it in my cauldron, and it makes it a little easier when you have it in half. But I'm going to now light it on fire, and as I do, I'm going to say this little prayer. By this flame of white, I release my troubles into the night. Letting go of all that holds me back, I pray to the divine to help keep my sacred journey on track. I now move forward with my new goals in mind. As these ashes drift away, I leave all troubles behind. And literally, you just watch your troubles drift away. Out the window, out the door. You no longer need them. And I literally feel so much lighter just watching the worries or troubles or annoyances in the past month to me just drift away. I feel lighter. My eyes feel lighter. They've been feeling a little heavy because I've been overworking myself trying to keep up with the holidays approaching. And I just feel like that's something that's not my problem anymore. It's gone. It's gone out of my psyche. It's gone out of my energy vibrational level. And it's a beautiful thing to feel that lightness. Something I'll probably do to go a step further is go take a salt bath later on tonight, and do a good long meditation in my bedroom before I go to sleep tonight, just so I could stay in this really beautiful energy, this lightness, this beauty. So that's really all this is. I mean, it takes 20, maybe 30 minutes to set everything up, do the whole procedure. But you want to do this because it's something that helps you. It helps you in your universal manifesting. It helps you with your mind and your spirit. It keeps you light and happy and smiling. And if you're getting knocked down and like angry all the time, maybe it's because you're carrying too many burdens, and you need to let them go. And that's the importance of all this. A lot of it is emotional too, and that can be a huge problem, especially under a full moon. I mean, you can start crying, you can start getting angry at people, starting fights, and just escalating things much worse. So it's always good to release and be one with nature and happy. And now that I feel all that energy went away and all that negative stuff that was holding me back went away, I'm gonna actually take a little bit of lavender because I felt like it was needed to do so right now. If I can get a little piece off. And I'm actually gonna light it because lavender smells amazing, and I give thanks for nature for providing this beautiful, beautiful herb. It smells so good. And now I'm just bringing nothing but abundance of love and light and healing energy and peaceful energy. Now I can sleep better. Now I can be at peace better, centered, calm. It's a beautiful thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. When you're done doing your magic, it's good to release the quarters, the northeast, southwest, and to open up your circle again. And I'll do another video on that in the future. But you want to kind of make peace with everything, thank all the elements, thank everything for being here, earth, air, fire, water. I thank you guys, the energy, for joining me. You know, it's wonderful that we could do this together, and I hope you guys like this video. And if you do, let me know so I can make more like this, because I'm really opening up and letting you guys into my sacred space and my magic work. But I do love you guys, and I hope to see you next week. And full moon blessings to you all. I wish you the most abundance of healing and love and lightness in your life so that you can have so much laughter and joy. And just have a really beautiful week, and I'll see you guys next week. Love you guys. Blessed be.